let's turn this wall into this. A really cool mural of some floating golf greens. This is an idea I've had for a really long time. First, I'm going to show you the materials that I use, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the design process and then the steps I took to make this thing. It's probably about like 3 feet by 4 feet across, maybe 2.5 by 3.5. I don't know, but I'm going to get into it all right now, so let's go. So for this project, you're only going to need 5 colors. I tried to choose something simple so it wasn't that taxing on me, and I got all these crafts at Michael's, but I've listed the Amazon version in the description below. So first up, you're going to need a paint pen, which here I've got this black paint pen. It's kind of got a thicker tip, and what you do is you shake it up, you press it down till the ink releases, and then this is what I use to trace the image onto the wall. Now let's walk through the colors. For the brown, I used raw sienna. This is the brand Americana. I used raw sienna acrylic paint on my white regular wall. And then for the flags, I used this Tuscan red, which I thought was kind of interesting. And then for the rough part around the edges of the green, I used this Hauser medium green. And then for the actual green surface itself, I used this Hauser light green. And you can obviously pick whatever colors you want for whatever design you choose. Now let's talk about the projector. The projector I used for this project is called the Nebula Capsule. I bought this about 3 years ago though, so this version doesn't exist anymore, I don't think. They don't release this version anymore. I mean, you'd be lucky to find it. But at the time, I paid probably around $400 for it. So I've listed an alternative link below, but you will need a projector and you'll need a tripod, obviously, as well to stand it up in front of whatever surface you're going to be painting on to project the image onto so that you can trace. And then once you're traced, then you can start painting. Then lastly, you'll need a small paintbrush. And then I bought this little spongy tip paintbrush, a small one. You pick whatever sizes you'll need for your project. I kind of didn't really know, and I knew I had some paintbrushes at home laying around from the kids' stuff, so I just used a small paintbrush for all the fine details, and then I used this sort of spongy brush to fill in the much larger areas. So let's get into the time lapse. There used to be this game we played in elementary school. I think it was called like Stickman Adventure, where you draw these different platforms with obstacles like spikes or lava or trapdoors, and you draw this stickman on these platforms, and then you'd move him throughout the level until he got to the finish line. And a part of this in my head made me think of how cool it would be to have floating greens as the platforms. So I've had this image in my brain for a long time, and I've always wanted to make it into a little art piece, so I decided to do it now. So the first thing you're going to want to do is project your image onto your canvas, whatever that is. And for mine, I left some space on all the edges so that I could add maybe some tee boxes in the future or names, something along those lines. The first step, obviously, once you get your image onto your canvas, is to use the paint pen and start tracing the black outline details of whatever the image is. So here you can see me kind of just finish it all up. The dirt part took the longest by far to get the image ready to go to paint. This was one of the longer steps easily, aside from painting the actual details of the dirt. But once it's on there, then you can go ahead and start painting away. And so here you can see me starting to do the red flags with the small paintbrush, trying to get all the fine details ready for the bigger paint job. Painting is incredibly satisfying in whichever way that you do it, and even though this took a really long time, it was so much fun to do, just to finally get what I've had in my head for so long onto something physical and out in the real world. And who knows, maybe I'll paint over it, maybe I'll change it later in the future, but you can see here that I'm just finishing kind of some of the painting of the main green surface first. And a pro tip that I'd give if you're going to do this project is, depending on where your canvas is located or the size of it, you may not need to take this tip, but I'd start from the top to the bottom, and if you're right-handed, from right to left, because I started in the bottom left corner, and as I was going through, I realized, oh, I'm getting paint on my hand and then on little portions of the white wall, which I didn't want, and I'm probably going to have to fix with some white paint here eventually. But as a pro tip, make sure you work from right to left, top to bottom. It's going to make the whole process so much easier. It was finally time to do the dirt section, so I started painting it, and I ended up going on TikTok Live. This is probably a good point to plug my other social media channels. So check out my Instagram, my TikTok. I do all kind of golf content, but this one I went on live. I wanted to show people a little bit of an in-depth behind the scenes part of this process and explain why I'm doing it and how I'm making it. One pro tip here, if you're going to paint large sections like this, is what I probably should have done was done the outline in black paint pen of just the dirt chunks first, and then paint the inside brown, and then go back over it once it was dried with all those fine black crack details, because this part was really tedious. But then as I was doing it, I realized that the small paintbrush that I was using to paint the brown dirt gave me a really cool, coarse, dirt-looking texture as a final result. So in the end, it was a happy accident, as Bob Ross would say. But if you do have larger sections and you have details inside that you don't want to tediously paint, then obviously do the big chunks first and then go into it with the finer details afterward. I know I say this about all my projects, but it's not perfect, and that's okay with me. That's not the point. I just wanted to make it real. I just wanted to get it out there and get it done, and I can always go and refine. And you can take as much time as you need or go as fast as you want, as long as you're doing the idea and actually making it done and starting it. That's half the battle. You can clearly see from the numbers on the flags, and if you zoom in really close, you can even see on the green painted surface here. It does add a little texture, but it doesn't look incredible. It looks kind of so-so, but that's fine with me. From afar, it looks really cool, and I'm very happy with the outcome and the very end result. It's done. I did it. It took a long time. My neck hurts. My knees are bothering me. But I think it looks pretty freaking cool. And I'm glad that I took the time to finish it. I'm pretty proud of it. And let me know what you think. I hope you liked it. You can customize anything. You can do anything you want. That's one to grow on. But for real though, I had this idea to put this on my wall. I've had the idea of the image since I was a kid. This is probably a little bit far off from what that original thought was, but now when I was making it, I think it came out how I liked it in my mind's eye. So yeah, there's your floating golf green islands. Let's see. Here they go. This was a fun little project to do. Just for reference, here's the old putter swing and ball display that I made. Obviously still here and I still use it, so keep that in mind. But here it is. I think farther away it looks a lot cooler. Up close you can see the flaws a little bit more. Well, yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I had a lot of fun making this little new golf themed project, and I hope you enjoyed it too, because it was a long one. It took a lot of effort. So if you don't mind liking, subscribing, and hitting the bell notification to see more cool little golf related projects. I figured I'll make this into a bit of a series of mediums or cool things that I think would be cool to infuse golf into. So thank you for watching. See you next time.